Hello everyone. I'll put this hat on here. There you go, a little background. So I wanted to say happy Father's Day and happy solstice. So it's the 20th of June here on San Juan Island. I'm going to turn this side here a little bit. And I had a question today. I was like, well, wait a minute. I always thought the solstice was on the 21st. And so I went online and I was like, oh wait, it's a moment when the sun reaches the farthest north of latitude that it will before it starts, just the geographic position of the sun. And so that moment, and where is that going to happen and what time is that going to happen? So I looked it up and it said that on the west coast where I am of the US is going to be right now, 8:32 p.m. and that was adjusting for daylight savings time. So if it was standard time, I apologize if there's some wind noise. It's pretty calm here, but there's a little breeze. If it was standard time, it would be 7:32 or 19:32 in 24-hour time. So I was like, all right, so that's interesting. So we're actually just now 1 minute into actually the first and longest, well, I guess the longest day of the year here, but the 21st, it's happening for a big chunk of the world, most of the Eastern Hemisphere. And so I kind of looked that up and got actually drew some diagrams and stuff because I was just like, all right, well, this is kind of interesting, at least to some people. And the whole time zone thing became more relevant when I was taking my celestial course a year and a half ago. Gosh, coming up on 2 years now for my ocean license. So I'm going to flip the phone around and show you what I drew out here. And I think I'll keep it in the shade because the low angle sun's a little tough. And I'm at a more popular beach, Jackson's Beach, than I would like to be at on the west side of the island where the sun is setting. But the cell service there is pretty poor and through Canada. And I wanted to make sure that this would actually punch through the whole network thing. All right, so I'm going to flip down here and hopefully this will make some sense and be somewhat clear. So I'll flip the phone around. There we go, so there's the beach. And this is actually the bay. We were sailing in on the 8th, Griffin Bay, on the 8th of July. Hey, Margaret. Wow, and Siobhan. Hello. So I'm just explaining the longest day of the year and the solstice thing and why it's right now is when it happened. So I'm going to pan down here and a little book here. So those of us in the northern hemisphere are kind of north oriented, so NP is the North Pole, and I'll do some pointing here. Probably should get a pen. All right, got my new pointer out. So on the west coast, we're like over here, and we go around over to Greenwich. This is it on the, if you look at the U.S. Naval Observatory. Hi, Caitlin. 0332 right now, or just a few minutes ago, is when the solstice happened. And so for us, it was at standard time, 1932, but tonight, 2032 with daylight time. Okay, so these are kind of the time zones going around. But as you go, it's actually going backwards in time, right? We're at -8 normally. This is -7 now with daylight time from Greenwich. So I thought, well, I know some people in the southern hemisphere, in Brazil and Australia and New Zealand. So I thought, well, if we did it with the South Pole in the center here, and we're looking up at the world from a northern hemisphere centric view, then the time at least goes clockwise. So Greenwich over on this side, London. Then we go to Paris. And what do I have here? Helsinki and Kiev, Moscow, Dubai, Karachi, Bangladesh. Just I'm skipping India because they're half an hour off. There's a couple of countries and places like Newfoundland and Sri Lanka, India that are half an hour off. And I have to go back and look at Nepal. They're like off by 15 minutes or something. It's strange. Bangkok, Beijing. And so I was thinking like, well, where is it noon when this whole solstice thing happens? And so actually it's not quite lined up, but because it's at 12:30, but 12:30 in the daytime. Tokyo's in the time zone where it's actually happening, but on the 21st. So I drew this here. So we're on the 20th, so kind of from like Rio-ish, or a little around Rio, going around to the date line, so the Aleutians. So I've got Halifax and New York and so forth going around. But then it's noon in Tokyo, but on the 21st. So that's where this 21st is coming around and coming our way. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of an interesting thing to sort of suss out. It was a little hard to do in my head, but I was just thinking about it. And yeah, so anyway, just think about where noon is and why the whole solstice thing. So after this, the days get shorter, but of course it's going to be warm up here for a while with the whole summer thing. Hi, Caitlin. Caitlin, got you there. Yeah, so I was planning to go for a dip today, and with various things going on with the dogs and stuff, it got put off till now. So maybe that's what should happen now. So anyway, happy summer, happy solstice, happy Father's Day, happy 20th here, happy 21st for more of the world, actually. If you look at this whole thing, more of the world is having the 21st right now. And there you go. That's it. A little fun fact for the day. All right, I'm going to set this up and get in the water. So here we go. So get this here. Hopefully it won't fall over while I'm getting ready. There's a log there. It'll slide it down. There we go. Elizabeth's going to be laughing at me. Margaret's actually all going to be laughing at me, but whatever. It's pretty warm today. It's supposed to be a little warmer tomorrow, and then maybe cool down after that. It looks like it's sitting there precariously. Oh yeah, the log's precarious too. Alright, how's that? Leave it down. It's aiming towards American Camp. You recognize that, Caitlin? And yeah, it's a good day for a dip. Every day's a good day for a dip. Some days are better than other days. Took Nigel and Bridget for a hike today. It was too hot for them. I had to take them home. They were just really hot. So I gotta do it early in the morning for those little doggies. They're not used to hot weather. Alright, here I go. Okay. Well, there you have it. Happy solstice.